on, y'all? It's DG back with another video. Today is the day that Nike Basketball was teasing in correspondence to Kobe Bryant and Nike Basketball. So let's talk about it. In yesterday's video, basically I said that it could be one of two things. Number one, it could be a shock drop for the Kobe 4 Protro gift of Mamba. Number two, it could just be Mamba Kobe Bryant related news. It ended up being the latter. So today is 12/21, December 21st, and we only got a couple of billboards in New York City, as well as this Mamba related commercial or ad. Commercial, billboards, and ads all relate to different moments of Kobe Bryant. I was a little bit 50-50, which is why I gave two options, and it ended up being the latter. So I was kind of leaning towards this not having a release. I was even texting one of my friends yesterday who was like, oh, I think they're gonna shock drop. And I was like, I'm not really sure. I think that it'll just be Mamba related news and that Nike Basketball is just hyping things up basically for nothing. Even on Twitter, a lot of people were speculating that there would be a sneaker stash in New York City as well as in Los Angeles, but there ended up being nothing. Maybe this week, but honestly, I'm not even sure. With that said, guys, I wanted to plug you into a couple of raffles that I personally know of and that a lot of people are entering right now. First raffle is on Sneakers and Stuff, so download an app called Sneakers and Stuff, or SNS, on the App Store, and then you would sign up for an account. You go to the release tab, and basically you can enter the raffle through that app. So it's called Sneakers and Stuff. The second raffle is Feature. So if you go on feature.com, they're basically a retailer, and I believe it's a global raffle. So no matter where you're based out of, even all around the world, then I think you should be able to enter. So it should be feature.com. Then the other raffles are basically the same entity, but different stores. So the first one is Ama Meniere. So go to Ama Meniere's website, and there should be a raffle live for that. Second, go to APB store, so APB.com, I think it's called. And then there should be a very similar raffle as well there for the Kobe 4 Protro gift of Mamba. The last raffle that I know of is Social Status. So go to socialstatus.com and there should be a similar raffle there. The release is very, very soon, next week. I will set expectations, and personally, I think that this pair is much more limited. The resale is around the same price as the reverse scrunches, but I think that this pair is much more limited. The reason why I say that is because, one, there aren't a lot of early pairs in circulation, and when there are early pairs among resellers and at different mom and pop shops, and there's a lot more raffles in existence, then that means that the shoe is much more available. And that's pretty much the opposite case for the Kobe 4 Protro gift of Mamba. I don't see a lot of raffles going on besides the ones that I just talked about, and I don't really see a lot of pairs in resellers' hands. With that said, the resale price is hovering around $500 to $600. So I expect the price to go down just a little bit upon release, but again, I don't really think so. I think this pair is still coveted, maybe not as much, but it's still something that Kobe Bryant people and collectors and fans and even hoopers obviously just want to have. So this pair is going to go for a lot for resale. It's unfortunate though, because they made a lot of units of the Kobe 6 Protro reverse Grinch. I believe there were around 300,000 pairs. The reason why a lot of people didn't get them, and a lot of people didn't get them for retail or even just wait on the sneakers app, is because the demand is way too high. So the supply didn't meet the demand, but objectively there were still a lot of pairs of those. It just was like very, very hard to get. This pair, there's a little bit less demand, but even then the supply still doesn't meet that less demand. So basically the solution is that Nike needs to just make more pairs. So make 600,000, maybe 1 million pairs, send them to Foot Locker, send them to Champs, send them to every retailer so that everyone can cop. And maybe one day, hopefully in 2024, we get a Kobe that everyone can get. The core issue is the supply problem. So the demand is there. The demand will never go away because this is Kobe Bryant. They're the best looking basketball shoe. They're the best performing basketball shoe, in my opinion, in terms of just signature lines. So the demand isn't necessarily the problem. The problem is really the supply, because that's something that Nike can control, right? You can't control, worldwide demand, but you can also control the actual supply of the product. And I know that takes time, but it's also been 3 to 4 years since, the Mamba Kobe Protro collection even released. It could be Yeah, it's been like 5 years or even more. Like, it's been so long since the Protro ones, and those were amazing. And those went to outlets, guys. Those went to outlets. I was just looking at my 81 points pair, and I have the receipt from a Nike outlet. And guess how much I got them for? I got them for $100 plus tax. So I think the final price was 109.61 or something like that. So crazy how Kobe 1 Protros were so available, went to outlets. And I guess that's partly because a lot of people don't like the silhouette. They're pretty heavy and they're not as good looking as the 4s, 5s, and 6s. But also, you know, the main solution is like make as many pairs as the 1s to the point where they go to outlets, right? So hopefully that Nike basketball is able to do that and we're able to get pairs for retail. With that said, guys, leave a comment down below and let me know if you guys expected a shock drop today. Honestly, I was 50-50, but towards the end of the day, I was like, I'm not really seeing any news. I'm not really seeing any buzz. So it's most likely just some sort of ad or news or some sort of hype video. And that's exactly what it ended up being. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to this Kobe 4 Protro Black Mamba, you know, Gift of Mamba release, because I don't have high expectations at all. I did get exclusive access on the reverse Grinches, and I think that my luck is pretty much done for the rest of my life. So I'm probably not going to win anything on sneakers ever again. But I can't complain because I did win the reverse Grinches for retail on exclusive access. So shout out to Nike Basketball for giving me that. But leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on this entire release. Are you guys getting tired of the Kobe Protro stuff? Because it's just hard to get. Everyone wants it, but it's hard to get. And that's turning consumers away. That's like the #1 way you turn away consumers is like make the product hard to get and like just, you know, evoke frustration. But let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to me on this YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow me on all my socials at TG Hoops, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.